Alright, hello everybody and welcome to this video. We're going to be looking at the worst bounty hunter game I think I've played in the last 200, or at least it's up there. It's in the conversation. So this is to show you what can go wrong, or at least this is to show you, at least in the laning stage, the worst kind of scenario you can find yourself in. It'll show you what a good enemy will do and how they can change the map, or what their strategy can be to limit you. And it'll also show you what not to do for your team in response to that. So you can see here it's a pretty high standard, really high standard of play. Got me and Centaur are the lowest by 2 stars, and we've got 4 ranked players here and 2 ranked players here. So it's pretty rough. You want to be playing with better players, but also it can be pretty rough if you don't learn your lesson. So this game, it goes on for a little bit longer. They could have. We have our cores are pretty decent against their cores, so there's hope for us going forward, but it just never materializes after this rough start. If we had a bit of if we maintained an even start, I think we could have taken this, but that's the nature of Dota. One thing leads to another, so we're going to get straight into it. Hello, Windranger. Okay, so there's an absolute shit ton of shit talking this game, so we're going to mute all chat to not distract ourselves. But Timber Bueno, let me tell you. Dodge in all circumstances. Alright, so I've gone too far. Alright, so we started out, I really have gone too far. So started out going bot again, but this time, we'll pause here, this time the enemy's made some adjustments. In this lane, they're going a solo puck, the offlane puck in the safe lane, and they're going a solo mid deucer, but they're running 3 heroes top. They're going for an aggro tri lane, and I've communicated that to top. That's what I think they're going to do. It's confirmed when I see the puck, because you don't have 2 heroes in a puck lane, right? So that tells us here. So after that, how the lanes go, they run 3 heroes top because of the kill potential, right? You want to get on top of this Terrorblade and stop him becoming a threat, and they do it right from the very start. So that's unfortunate for us. And what we do to adapt to that is we swap lanes. We send the Centaur top and we send the TB bot, and that's really good. That's really good to dodge the lane, get the TBs farming safely. However, the Silencer stays top against the 3 lanes, and you'll see why that's a bad thing. So he just blocks lane, then TPs. So as far as the mid lane goes, again, this is actually the same guy as in another couple of videos. Same mid player. This is all from like the same day or 2. So you see, especially in Australian servers, the same names pop up. Anyway, so he blocked well. Nothing I can really do in the first wave. He's not using courier. So, But the real issue is, what can I do in this lane? They've actually dewarded that. They've put a sentry down, and they've got this ward here. So, what can I do as a bounty hunter in 3 vs 3 lane? And the answer against these heroes is absolutely nothing. None of these heroes are weak. They've all got strong bodies. They have 2 stuns, and they have an Undying. They're not stunned, and Undying with Dust and all the Venom. This is like the worst possible lane you could have as a bounty hunter to try to impact. You can't do it. You're not going to harass, and you don't have kill threat of your own. These guys are not strong. Like silence is nice, but silence is nice in the same way bounty hunter is nice. Silence is nice if you've got a solo offlaner and you can just harass them. You can't harass 3 heroes at the same time. So top lane isn't really an option for me to do anything in, especially with this sentry. Mid lane is the lane I want to make an impact in. In all games, really, it's the ideal one. But in this game, it's pretty difficult. So I'm kind of wondering about knowing I can't help top, but I want to, and they need help. Mid lane is the answer for me. Unfortunately, we've got an OD, and despite being a good matchup later in the game, in the laning phase, he's got very little aggressive potential outside of a combo like arrow setup with his Astral. So it's hard for me to really put lethal harass in, you know? Down bot, Puck is another lane that I don't really... It's not a lane that you want to be in, right? It's the lane that also doesn't need a whole lot of help. So TB actually gets like 50 or 60 CS, but in the first 10. But so does the Puck. It's a bit of a trade, and I'll show you how bad it is top right now. Keeping in mind Sentinel is also the other, as well as me, the low ranking player in this game. So he just walks up, and he's actually barely outside of tower range. But they don't give a fuck. They're just gonna run at you, and it's a sick actual play from them to get the kill on the Santa too. And this is where, like, if they were low health, I could maybe pick off a straggler or something, but I just can't. So there's 3 lanes that I just cannot really impact. I can only deal a little bit of harass to Medusa, and she can get more tangos. Again, this is a situation where, as a player, I make this kind of mistake a fair amount. I try to do too much, and in the end, I do too little. What I should have done this game is just stayed mid, just exclusively stayed mid. Right? I'd be harassing her right now. I would have gotten that double damage rune. I would have prevented that courier giving regen. I might maybe even killed that courier. But my safe lane being put under so much pressure has drawn me up, and I've wasted my own time. So this is something that, even though this is a subpar lane, this is the best lane. And in a situation like this, where your options are limited to begin with, just keep it simple, keep it simple, stupid. And boy did I need that. So now it's even 3 minutes, and we're losing more heroes top. And 3 minutes means I can't snipe the courier anymore. So there's more regen being ferried mid. He doesn't care that I'm harassing him. He's like, whatever, whatever. The OD again, very little. I thought I muted chat. Oh well. But yeah, again, OD very little offensive potential. So it's rough. I'm just gonna pause it here 1 second. Okay, so I'll bring up the last hits and denies. So you see again, bottom lane's pretty decent for both. Like they're getting what they want. Both heroes that want farm and XP. So top lane's the actual lane that we're actually only losing. We're actually winning mid, and we're, I would say, drawing bot. But the issue for us is we're losing top lane by a lot. And what you should do in this kind of situation is this is what the offlane is for, right? The offlane is the lane that you sacrifice, right? The offlane is a lane that says, get what you can, it doesn't matter, few expectations. But what we've done, because we've got our lane support here, not only is our offlaner getting wrecked, our lane support's getting wrecked, and the offlane is getting doubly wrecked, because he's also splitting his XP. So he could be level 4, right? He could be level 4, and it'd be a situation then when there's 3 heroes against 1, so it's like whatever, 4 heroes are getting what they want. But because we've committed resources into that, then it becomes really bad. So if you do a bit of theorizing here and say, imagine if this is actually our carry, and imagine if TB is actually our offlaner, then we would be absolutely fucked. Absolutely fucked. Probably. Unless the carry has some kind of way to catch up. But you would think be like in a real amount of trouble if our carry was getting dominated like this, right? So yeah. That's kind of so it's again in all ways this is the terrible scenario for BH, right? And I even died of this here because I'm frustrated and I underestimate the Undying skill threat. I forget that he has an Orb of Venom, and combined with the Dust Slow and Tombstone Slow, just look at that, right? So it's a situation when, to summarize, this is a situation, the reason that this is such a bad bounty hunter game, and I first pick bounty hunter, like every chance I get, I just first pick him, because I want to play him, I want to practice him under whatever game. This happens rarely, but anyway, the reason this is such a bad game for BH, or lane for BH, is that there is no kill potential, right? So your best chance of doing good is limited, no kill potential. Second, you've got no harass potential because, or you did, but I didn't concentrate on that. So I could have harassed Medusa out. I maybe could have gone bot. If I had this game again, I would have harassed Medusa for the first 4 minutes on non-stop, done everything I can because they don't have their supports there. Because their supports at top, and I would have gone Puck. I would have harassed Puck to tilt the two core lanes in our favour. But yeah, there's no kill potential. There's a small amount of harass potential, and there's no other place to farm. Right? So it's just not a place that you can be. You know, I get bounty runes, I try to control other runes, but it doesn't work so well. So yeah, I think this one was pretty simple. Don't want to make it longer than it needs to be. We'll cut it there. I hope you enjoyed watching this video more than I enjoyed playing this game. Look out for more content in the future. Hope you enjoy the rest of the Bounty Hunters Black Book Guide. Cheers for watching, guys.